Oxygen Festival Survival Guide. This is in the featured category and it was published on April 27th, 2007, my very first blog post. This post was originally written for a competition in Hot Press magazine. I was a runner up along with 15 others behind the four winners and was published in the magazine. We got to go up to Dublin for my prize. I'm pretty sure my parents were away, so I drove the Jeep up to Dublin to get there without telling them. I probably wasn't allowed on the motorway with my provisional license. The prize was €100. The diesel and parking probably cost more. The writing was frankly not good. The win was pretty much by default because there was 3,000 entries. The competition was split between second and third level, and there was a runner-up from each province at each level. I was secondary school runner-up for Connacht, the province with about 10% of the population and probably closer to 5% of the entries because we're not all fancy folk like the ones in Dublin and have cows to milk. I don't know for certain, but I suspect competition wasn't exactly fierce. Having said all of that, this competition was crucial in developing my love for writing and giving me the confidence to think that someone somewhere might enjoy reading what I write. After all, if the guy who wrote My Lovely Horse or the guy who created Ross O'Carroll Kelly thought my piece was worthy of €100, I must have the stuff. The brief for this competition was 400 words or less on anything music related, so I chose Oxegen Festival, which I had attended the previous year. These aren't so much reasons as experiences from last year to help twist your arm. If you're half thinking about going this year, number one, crowd surfing. Everyone around you is concentrating on you. If you get dropped, though, you're on your own. Number two, the food. My God, is it shit, but how else would you get away with drinking yourself into a stupor for a whole 3 days, spending €200 on food, not taking a shit all weekend, and still coming back a stone lighter? You can't argue with results like that. Number three, the randomers. One guy from the Isle of Man stayed for 2 hours before disappearing. We didn't see him again until Monday morning, and he was supposed to be in the tent beside us. Number four, the Bacardi bar. $7.50 for a drink, but what a place. Trained pros behind the bar, juggling, spinning, and throwing bottles, as well as tossing ice onto the packed dance floor. Has to be seen to be understood. The music. It wouldn't be a music festival without the music, and in fairness, it was there in spades. I was in the arena listening to top quality music for 12 hours on the Sunday. And those tips for my Oxygen Festival Survival Guide. Number one, bring a wheelbarrow. Yes, you're reading it properly, but if you had to lug around crates of beer for 2 hours before you get to put up a tent at all, you'd understand. Number two, rain gear and old clothes. I went with 2 sets of clothes and no rain gear. Ended up wearing my Saturday clothes home again on Monday because of my stupidity, and they were still wet. Number three, don't set tents on fire. Some people got in a lot of trouble and had a lot of fun for this reason. The campsite was like a war zone in the early hours of Monday morning. Number four, pace yourself. You're not going to manage to keep a permanent state of drunkenness, so take it handy on the Friday night and don't drink in the arena. It's a rip-off. Number five, join an angry mob. They just go around shouting angry mob and generally look threatening. They last all of 4 minutes before security comes over and everyone scatters. Harmless fun. That's the end of this one. If you would like to hear more or read more, you can visit my website, joedonnellan.com. That's JOEDONNELLAN.com. Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.